I've heard folks say that the first person to try eating a lobster must have been really hungry because those things look scary. Well, the first person to try eating a fresh chickpea must have been a real monster. How else can you explain being callous enough to destroy a perfect, tiny, bright green elf shoe? Huh? Come on, people. Elves need shoes also. Okay, so I guess it's good that someone cracked open those elf shoe-like pods and found a very special legume hiding inside. Chickpeas are an incredibly versatile and delicious staple. They are grown in over 50 countries and hold a place of true importance in countless cuisines. Chickpeas are an example of a pulse, or an edible seed in the legume family. Pulses are unique among plant foods, as they are particularly high in protein. That's great for us bodybuilders. It's also going to prove incredibly useful in the kitchen, but we'll get there in a minute. There are two main chickpea seed types, kabuli and desi. What you're most likely to see here in the States is the larger, milder kabuli seed. That's what you'll find in your cans. But the smaller, darker, thicker-skinned desi type is actually the one that dominates world production. It is the go-to chickpea of India, the world's largest chickpea producer, where it's sold dried and split. Beyond being an excellent source of protein, chickpeas are also rich in fiber, and they have a buttery, nutty taste and creamy texture that works in a wide range of applications. If you're a monster, you can grab a pound of abandoned elf shoes at the farmer's market, pop them out of their shells, blanch them in heavily salted water for fresh pea flavor. To check out what else is possible with this powerful pulse, let's head to the kitchen. Let's kick things off with a batch of Cooks Illustrated senior editor Andrew Janjigian's Creamiest Ever Hummus. We're starting with canned chickpeas. And look, there's no shame here. In blind, side-by-side taste tests, we found that hummus made with canned chickpeas to be identical to that made with dried chickpeas that we soaked and cooked ourselves. There are two keys to making the creamiest, smoothest hummus possible. And the first is overcooking the chickpeas to fully tenderize them. And the second is to ditch the skins. Why? Well, chickpea skins are cellulose-rich and highly resilient. Getting rid of most of them will give us something that is much smoother, and I'll show you how to do that. Canned chickpeas are pressure cooked in the can, so we already have a pretty good head start in overcooking them. Another 20 to 30 minutes of boiling will get the job done. To the water with the chickpeas, I'm also adding a little bit of baking soda. Now this will help tenderize the chickpeas faster and encourage their skins to slip off. Look, you can see some of the skins floating at the surface already. Now we just drain them and swish them in fresh water to remove lots of the skins. Just check out all that cellulose we got rid of. Bye-bye skins. Then we just process the chickpeas with some garlic-infused lemon juice, has a little salt in it, a little bit of water and cumin until insanely smooth. Then we process in our tahini and a little extra virgin olive oil. Ugh, this looks gorgeous. I'd love to dip in right now, but we've got a lot more to talk about. Take those same canned chickpeas and give them a quick spin in the microwave before I blast in a hot oven, and you end up with this. Beautifully puffed, ultra crispy roasted chickpeas. Dusted with spices, they are, to my mind, one of the world's greatest salty snacks. Just look at this gratuitous shot of them pouring into a bowl. Imagine them gratuitously pouring into your mouth. Sorry, that was weird. Anyway, while we're talking about these canned chickpeas, we gotta talk about the liquid that comes with them in the can. Aquafaba. It sounds like a brand of cologne that I would have bathed in before a middle school dance. Except for the fact that it's viscous canned chickpea juice. So yeah, name's taken. But while viscous canned chickpea juice doesn't sound all that appealing, it's capable of some pretty incredible feats. It can stand in for egg whites in all kinds of foam applications. Everything from the creamy top on a whiskey sour to meringue. It can be a useful emulsifier in everything from vinaigrette to mayonnaise, and it's a powerful cat cleaner. Just like with egg whites, what you add to Aquafaba can have a big impact on its foamability. I whipped 4 ounces of Aquafaba next to 4 ounces of Aquafaba, to which I added a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Both batches looked pretty good coming out of the stand mixer, but things changed quickly when we transferred them to funnels set over graduated cylinders. Cream of tartar works here in the same way that it does for egg white foams. It lowers the pH to a special point called the isoelectric point. That stops electrostatic charges from pushing the proteins away from each other, allowing for better bonding and a more stable foam. Sugar will also help stabilize an Aquafaba foam, and then you're most of the way there to these delicious little vegan meringue cookies. If we take dried chickpeas, like this guy here, and soak them overnight, they'll plump up and look like this. Then we just food process them up with loads of herbs and seasonings and form them into perfect little spheres that are ready to be fried into falafel, which we can then stuff into a pita with all the fixins. You know, there are people that say that chickpeas look like little brains and that eating them will make you smarter. I haven't tested that theory out, so I can't confirm or deny. What I can say is this is how to eat chickpeas. Aquafaba. 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 Just hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next time.